That's not ideal placement of the Ferrari, but Hamilton holds his line, and Hülkenberg goes past and improves up to 6th. But crucially for Audi, they believe they've got a good package around here. This is the moment where a team will demand that Bortoleto can find a response, and it heaps the pressure on the Alpines and the Williamses.
And Hamilton was just starting a flying lap as well, so he probably needs to improve here. 10th position, we saw him have the run through the gravel. Others will improve, new tyres now across the board. Stroll then finally does jump up into 13th place and is just a 10th and a half down now on Fernando Alonso. So 2 Aston Martins currently through, and yeah, Hamilton, Lawson, both need to improve.
Gasly's found a lap, big lap when it counts. He's gone up to P5. He's really able to find the pace over 1 lap when it counts so far this season. And now we're finishing the lap. Lawson saying he's got no grip on the tyre. More question marks for the New Zealander as we went on board with Lando Norris, and Lando Norris went up to 2nd position. Valtteri Bottas improves his time, not his position on the timing tables. Perez remains in 22nd. The only way is up for Cadillac. Right. Sainz, Bortoleto, Behrman and Ocon are the drivers who need improvements. Lewis Hamilton getting a slipstream and a half on the way up to 2nd position. Yuki Tsunoda currently in 12th, improving Sector 1 and Sector 2. There's time to be found out there, as Ocon's proved, now in 14th.
2 Williams, Bortoleto and Behrman out there to try and improve. Great lap from Yuki Tsunoda, who comes through in 7th place.
And he's close to his teammate once again. Tsunoda able to carry the momentum forward. Crucial moment for Albon. He's given himself a chance. He's got ahead of Fernando Alonso. This is big for Bortoleto. That's delivery under pressure for Bortoleto, and he goes into P10. Carlos Sainz finds himself staring at the drop zone again. We've got Alex Albon on the brink. We've got Carlos Sainz pushing on. Are we about to see a late improvement for the 4-time Grand Prix winner? He goes over the line and he can't find his way past his teammate. It's Sainz out again in the first part of qualifying. Carlos Sainz disappointed to miss out, not by much, 0.02 of a second, but again, he's been on the back foot. Albon's had some great qualifying days around here, including in the top 5 a couple of years ago. Antonelli finds himself across the line and still adrift of the heavy hitters of the weekend, which include the world champion and now fastest driver, Lando Norris, who immediately peels out of the way. So those at the front trying to improve. Ocon will only get to 15th as we now look at the battle for the elimination zone. Lawson in 8th, Lindblad on an outlap, Bortoleto in 10th, and then we find ourselves right now with Hülkenberg going up to 13th position. Bortoleto on the brink, looking for back-to-back top 10 shootouts across this weekend, and Gasly trying to do something about it.
Gasly's had a good first half a lap as we pick him up on your left-hand side, heading in towards turn 10, fighting the car on the exit. It's a short burst and you come over the crest before finding the braking zone that Bortoleto has just come through.
Yeah, it's not a personal best for him in that area. Likewise, Bortoleto, personal best in the first sector. And it was interesting, Verstappen looks like he used or deployed his energy similar to what you're describing, Julian, with Mercedes, because he wasn't really setting the pages alight in the first 2 sectors, and then final sector, pretty much right there.
Bortoleto finds the 9th fastest time. Gasly cannot get past Lindblad. And so after the excitement earlier on for Alpine, they take a step back. When it matters, the checkered flag is out. There is no way of improvement for anyone out there, and it's Gasly, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Colapinto, and then Ocon and Alex Albon. You're looking for the driver on pole position to be neat and tidy and taking it to the extremity. It's something we've seen since Kimi Antonelli's first ever run in a Formula One car, slightly twitchy on the exit of 10.
Yeah, was he a bit wide in 9?
It's a big lap from Norris, by the way, 11.3 that's come in as the benchmark. So that's what they're all aiming for as Antonelli comes towards the Mercedes strong suit, the final turn and beyond.
Piastri into 2nd position, 0.2 of a second away. Antonelli had the fastest first sector, improvement in the middle, add it all up, and he's 0.3 of a second away with the rain closing in. Antonelli without the searing pace we've been used to. Verstappen into 4th. Can Russell continue that feeling at the front? No, he can't get past. He can't get past. Lando Norris, who remains at the top of the pile. Verstappen ahead of Lawson now. What can the Ferraris do? This is Charles Leclerc through the banked final turn of the racetrack, and he comes to the line and he's fourth behind Norris, behind Russell, behind Piastri. Arvid Lindblad is out there and he is fighting up against Lawson, up against Bortoleto, and let's see where he can go. And he manages to get into 8th position. Hamilton will close things out then. Hamilton running last of the drivers. You can see you've got the McLarens who have already posted their lap time nearly a full lap ahead as Hamilton comes across the line, and Hamilton puts it only P8. Disappointment for the 7-time champ. Norris currently on provisional pole. Russell wringing the neck of that Mercedes. Right, over the line we go then. Norris is improving in the middle sector. They are finding time. They are finding grip. The rain is coming down. Bortoleto goes to P8 ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Lindblad. And in the battle for pole position, Antonelli gets there. Kimi Antonelli finds his way to the front with an amazing lap. Taken away by Lando Norris over to George Russell. He can't get back there, but he will get ahead of his teammate. What a lap when it counted. They did find the time and the grip. Piastri, P4, only a 10.5 away, but he's P4. And they did find enough time with the rain coming down. Verstappen now into 5th place to demote Charles Leclerc. Lawson is into 7th, and how about that against all expectations at the end? Arvid Lindblad, who crosses the line, and he remains in 10th position. Hamilton's first sector, 0.2 of a second away. Wonder what he can do in the middle part of the lap. Well, what an unusual end to qualifying it has been as the Ferrari comes over the line and Charles Leclerc gets back past Max Verstappen. And now Lewis Hamilton, as he comes round, he's going to be aiming for his teammate. Can he fire it further up? Lewis Hamilton to the line. Lewis Hamilton ahead of his teammate with a great lap at the end to rescue a qualifying session that had looked oh so difficult until that point. And after all of that, Lando Norris found a response to the Mercedes, and Lando Norris is on pole for the Dutch Grand Prix.
Okay, that was pole.
Best lap of my life.
Lando Norris with back-to-back pole positions in Formula One, and the order: Norris, Russell, Antonelli, Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen, Lawson, Bortoleto and Arvid Lindblad.